every time I design a show, I can't wait to see the audience reaction, because the audience is the last player in theater, and we're always sort of waiting to see what the audience is going to think.
The audience is always a big part of it, because that's what theater is. That's what makes it special and different than other forms of art. Film, there's a disconnect between the audience and the performer. At theater, we have that connection, and until we have that audience, we're just sort of suspended, waiting for that last final piece of the puzzle. But I'm very excited to just get in the next couple weeks here and start building this environment that we've been talking about and creating for so long on paper, that we actually get to go into the theater space and put those pieces together and build it.
For me, I mean, working on this production, as a set designer, there are three sort of different areas that I have to sort of watch over. I'm watching the construction of the set, making sure it's getting constructed the way it needs to be. I'm worried about paint, and thinking about how it's going to get painted, and working with students to paint everything on stage. And then props, which are all the furniture pieces, anything the actor carries, I'm also supervising that. So it becomes sort of this convoluted area of things that you have to get done. And balancing that with classes sometimes can be difficult, but ultimately it's a fun process, and getting students involved in it is essential, because they're doing ultimately the brunt of the work, and learning how to do all this stuff when they get out.
Functioning as the lighting designer on the production, and then also sort of the master electrician, who is the person that would install the lighting and make sure it's all cabled up and it's all wired up so that they all turn on and turn off. The student assistants are crucial for me on a larger production like this. This is a very large production as far as lighting goes. So it definitely is a juggling match between all of the other responsibilities and things. But like Jesse said, the students are really who make it happen. They're the ones that, even me as a faculty member designing the show, without them, I wouldn't be able to do that. So it's very crucial that they're there to be part of that process. And it's their production just as much as anybody else's. I might be there programming and putting the light percentages at a certain level, but they're the reason I can do that. So they're very important.
This model is actually considered a white model. It's a preliminary model, just to give a sense of what the world's going to be like, so that Andy and I can have a conversation further about the colors, the world, what we're going to be adding to this world, and things can move around so that we can kind of test out certain looks. Like this little staircase can roll out and be placed other places, just so that we can have an idea of three-dimensional idea of what this world is going to look like on our actual stage.
Visibility is always the first thing that a lighting designer has to make sure is happening. We need to be able to see these performers on stage. But just dealing with the different qualities of light, and building the mood, the right atmosphere, and supporting the action that's taking place on stage, supporting what the playwright has written down and what the director's trying to do with a specific moment or a song or a scene. Supporting that idea is the most challenging and the most fun all at the same time, because that's what happens for a lighting designer.